What's going on? It is your girl CC Love, and I am back with another video. Well, I know I've been gone for a minute, but I'm back now, and I'm grateful to be here. Lately I've just been grateful for every little thing, just to be able to breathe good and just to, we ain't gonna get into that because, I get going, but I'm just grateful to be here. But I got a new topic, and I got an interesting topic, and if you make it to the end of the video, you let me know. We are going to talk about how not to lean. Do you want to know what I'm talking about? Well, you got to tune in. Let's go. What do I mean by learning not to lean? Or, as the title of this video goes, learning to lean not. What do I mean by that? So, obviously, I've been gone away from this channel for a minute because of life. I am not one of the ones who have the time and availability to constantly dedicate my whole entire day and life to doing these podcasts and doing uploads and stuff. But I still dip in and dip out. When I have extra time, yes, I do that. But on the weekends, I really be trying to rest. So I just really wanted to, I'm versatile, right? So I'm going to jump here and there, right? So I could be on here talking about, healing and Bible verses one day, and then the next day, talking about clubbing and the things I used to do. It doesn't matter. Everything that comes from me is going to be real deal. It's from my experiences, my life. And I will use examples, if I feel like if I see fit. Um, I want to talk about this information I got from like a sermon that was. I think I looked at the sermon 2 Sundays ago, and I got messages from that, right? And from my point of view or my perception of what was being presented to me was, lean not to your own understanding. And I'm grateful that I did come across that because I don't know about nobody else, but know, life ain't always peaches and cream, right? And it doesn't matter how much money you make or how much money you lack, um, you still gonna go through, okay? And I just want to come in to remind somebody, you know, that we have to lean not into our own understanding, but trust in the word of the Lord. Am I a Christian? No, I am not. Do I have a ministry? No, I do not. Do I minister? No, I do not. Do I preach? No, I do not. I'm just going off of the things that I done collected and that I done went through an experience. And I feel like I should share it with somebody because it may help them. If it resonates, take it. If it don't, leave it. Okay. Okay. So, with that being said, I just want to jump in some topics or just dive into this, right? So, let's be honest. If you're like me, I'm gonna just say, speak on my own experience from not having the perfect upbringing. Like, who has? I had a decent childhood. I mean, I can remember us having everything we ever wanted. I mean, to up to a certain age, that that quickly faded away, and I had to learn to adapt and to adjust and grow up very fast at the age of 14 years old. Okay, 14 years old, I jumped out the porch. Jumped out the porch. Relocated to different cities. Didn't like that. I was a rebel child. I was angry of the decisions of my parent, but now as an adult, I totally understand. I mean, some things I will never understand, but I understand now from being a mom myself, sacrifices and and conditions and the way things can be. So, a lot of things I can't fault for, but a lot of things I wish I would have known. But you're a kid, you live and you learn, right? Um, so I just really wanted to, first of all, what I try to do is, I didn't have anybody around me that would instilling the Bible in my head every day, Bible verse every day, besides my grandma. I remember waking up at her house on Sunday mornings, and she used to take me and my cousin, and this literally was our routine, right? She would take us, and we would go in the kitchen, and she would have the hot cone on. She had two hot cones, and this was what the early 1996 ish, I think, yeah. And me and my cousin both had a head full of hair, and she used to do Simone's first. My cousin's name was Simone, and she used to do hers first because her hair was longer than mine. And we used to get up at like 5 or 6 in the morning. I kid you not. And baby, that kitchen smelled like burnt hair and fried oil. Baby, listen. And then it took us forever to get ready for church. But baby, we was the cleanest two little girls up in that church. Do you understand what I'm telling you? I'm talking about um, um, velvet dresses with silks, stockings, top of the lot. I'm talking about we had clothes and dresses that you see on baby dolls. Like we literally looked like baby dolls. And the only thing I used to hate about that is we used to get up and she used to get up yelling and fussing while we get ready for church. And she always used to make sure we had that one curl in the front of our forehead that you curl forward it's like a big, you know how when you put like a roller in the front of your head and you leave it there and you have that one big curl, but she don't comb it out, she just leave it there. Oh my God, like a swish roll sitting on your forehead. Honey. But baby, baby, you couldn't tell us nothing. We was greased up, baby. Baby, if anything landed on us, it would have slid right on off because my grandma mentioned we was fresh up in that church house. Do you understand me? And I remember she used to go in there and she got to talk to everybody. I'm talking about from the time she get to the parking lot. And at the time, she had what color pink would this be? Like a neon pink. She had like a pinkish neon car. Do y'all remember those? It was a neon. It was a neon. What brand of vehicle is that? It was a neon. It was a pink neon. I'm assuming that was the name of it. But yeah, man, she used to, cause my grandma, she just, one thing I know about her ever since I was a child, that woman stayed in her church and she stayed. I ain't never heard her cuss. I done heard her fuss a little bit, but she always gonna hit you with some encouragement and a scripture to get you through. And she always helped everybody she could. I'm telling you. And so that was really the only person, and I'm not throwing no shade to nobody, and I'm not trying to be disrespectful to anybody. I'm just being honest. She was very thorough with, making sure that the young girls, or her granddaughters stay in church. The boys, they're gonna do their own thing. And what's crazy is, even though we stayed in church and, we were kids, and, when you have to move around and you ex- expose and experience different things, you stray away from what you have always been taught, right? So, past all that, growing up, here I am, 18, with my first and only child. I here don't know nothing. Wasn't even working at the time. Just making it do on welfare, honey. But I'm not trying to give a whole rundown of my life experiences. I just want to just really tap into the purpose of this podcast. I want to just be real and transparent, right? I could be retarded on another day because I'm gonna come with the silly foolishness. Now you gotta forgive me. I ain't perfect. We still her. We still working. We still healing. Let's proceed. Fast forward now. Here I am, a grown adult. Been through, done this, done that, right? And no matter what I have tried to do in my life, I always find myself walking back to the Lord for some type of help, for help. Do you understand me? It don't matter what I see and try to figure out what I do or what I feel like I accomplished. I promise you, 90% of that was the Lord's doing, because the 10% I gave was giving into Him and surrendering and praying and repenting, right? That was my role. But the rest was on Him. Let me explain. So, what I'm trying to do is develop um, a deeper knowledge of God, right? And His character. Um, what I mean by that is I have a craving of learning. Like I have a desire to just know, but not just anything. I have a desire to know so much, like certain things and how people operate, and how they like, and it's I guess you can say I have a desire for like ancient learning, like the the old the old way of things and how things began and the life of things and life of creation and stuff like that. Um, and with my desire to do that, even though I went through different mishaps and fallouts with people, and being a rebel and going against the Lord's word, and Him having to prove to me that He is boss dog, and at the end of the day, while I'm still here trying to go left, and he told me to go right, and I decided to do what I want to do. That's why I ended up in a situation that I ended up in, for being hard headed and just trying to be, you know, caught up with worldly things, right? And I am living proof that all of my decisions that have not been perfect, in the back of my mind, I was always advised to do this, do this. But in the spirit of moment, under distraction and for pleasure, I want to choose to do the other thing. And then here you go, sitting here crying on your knees, Lord help me. Oh no, 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 no. You should have listened in. So that brings me here. Um, you know, I just want to, I don't know about nobody else. 333 on the clock as I'm recording this. It is right now 333 on the clock. I don't know if a lot of people believe in angel numbers, right? Or number frequency or sequence of numbers. How they say when you see certain numbers, and you see that same number over and over is a message. I believe that that is very true. Let me tell you why. I started seeing angel numbers. I went through one of my toughest trials in life this past summer. Okay, summer of 2023, starting in August, into August, at first week of September. That trial and tribulation period lasted until October, the end of October. Actually, October the 8th, but the end of October is when it really started to turn good for me. Those little couple of months, every day was a hard day for me. Every day was hell. Okay? I know y'all may be thinking that's just a short period of time. We're talking about 2, 3 months. No. A lot, when I tell you a freaking lot transpired within that time frame, out of body experiences from the amount of stress and worration and just taking losses, big losses left and right. We ain't even gonna get into the details. Okay. In the midst of that, I was worrying, not asking the Lord and trusting the Lord that He was gonna work it out, and not understanding that movement had to take place in order for the goal to be met, or for the lesson to be learned, right? Okay. So, um, what's funny to me, in the midst of my storm, I just got sucked in and drawn to listening and being still and asking the Lord to talk to me and guide me every day. I'm talking about fighting through my own thoughts, trying to rid of depression, and in the midst of that, saying, Lord, you got to show me, you got to prove to me, praying very aggressively now. We're talking about demanding the Lord to do what? Being very aggressive with my prayers. Lord, if I'm worthy, if I'm meant to be here, da 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 da. I'm talking about aggressive prayers. Sometimes that's what it takes. Sometimes that's what it takes. Lord, show me, prove to me that I'm supposed to do this, or show me, how much longer do I have? Not really asking for a direct answer or how things are going to turn out, because that's a part of the trusting process, right? But just asking for guidance or strength to continue to endure whatever you're enduring. So, one thing that I found myself being addicted to, Proverbs, right? The book of Proverbs, I love Proverbs because it highlights the distinction between, godly wisdom and worldly crap, worldly foolishness, to be honest. And it broke me down. That was when I was fully into reading it while I was working, literally at my work desk reading this. And it's funny because I had people like look at me funny and pull away from me while I'm literally reading my Bible. And one person I worked with, who I became friends with, she knew what I was going through. And she understood that. But yet still, I can tell when people, think stuff is weird, and when people think that, they don't understand. And it wasn't meant for me to understand. But I went to that job every day thanking the Lord. And when I got a blessing, I blessed them, buying lunch, doing stuff, not looking for nothing in return. Because it was like I was going through a transition, but I was still like I was fighting demons at the same time. It was like a whole battle and a tug of war going on in my life spiritually. I'm not lying, I cannot make this up. Around October the 8th, that was like a major test for me. That was a very hard day for me. Um, After October the 8th, I started, you know, it took me like 2 or 3 weeks to get my mind to relax, to really pick the Bible back up. Even though I was reading it through the midst of my storm, I had took a break because I was drained mentally. My focus was elsewhere, right? I was just on the grind at that time, uh, working 2 jobs and doing schoolwork. Man, I'm talking about real hustling, okay? Um, like I said in a previous upload, I started to write vision boards, draw vision boards, and I started really looking into different ways of manifesting and different Bible verses that I could relate to that were appropriate for me for my moment in time. And what I picked up from that was, as far as meditating, um, there's a method called a 369 method, right? Oh, let me stop. Let's go back to angel numbers. When I said I saw 333 on the clock, I don't know about y'all, but in October, I kid you not, and I don't want to get emotional because y'all know I'm good for being a crybaby. I literally, when my breakthrough started happening, I didn't know there was a breakthrough. I wasn't aware that it was my breakthrough starting because I was still holding on and upset and angry of what happened, what took place on October 8th in my life. Not understanding that that was all supposed to happen that way. That's how it was set up. It was supposed to happen that way. There is no reason that I should feel upset and distraught over how somebody treated me when that's what I get, because I shouldn't have been looking for them to do what I wanted them to do. They weren't supposed to be doing that for me, no way. Right? So, um, I was not aware that that was the beginning of my transformation period. And when I say a transformation period, I'm talking about morphed into a butterfly. Do you understand me? I'm smiling from ear to ear right now because y'all just don't know. I'm so happy and so grateful to be in this mind state and having this grace in my life right now. You do not understand, okay? Um, I'm so thankful. Um, Angel numbers. I started seeing 111, 1111. I'm talking about every time I look at a clock, no matter what I was doing, I would see these same numbers over and over: 111, 222, 444, 333. And I started looking into this. I'm like, yo, why do I keep seeing these numbers? Which is weird. If you constantly doing stuff, just going about your day, and every time you look at a phone, or if you get messages, or you see something, it's the same frequent sequence of numbers every time. Not, I'm not even lying. Every single time, bro. And it's crazy. It could be 414. Like, dang, I looked at the clock earlier and it was 414. Or it was 313. And then today I'm looking at the clock at the same time every day, taking a break at the same time, but not even watching the clock. So how coincidental is that, right? Angel numbers are basically messages or signs to let you know where you are in your path in life, what messages that you need to do, or what steps you need to take, right? So I literally started seeing angel numbers all day for like 2 months straight. Literally, no cap. And in the midst of that, I started reading more. I started back journaling, and I do this 369 method. 369 is basically where you write down your manifestations. You write them in the sense of, three sentences, six, and then nine. So, for instance, one of my manifestations that I started doing or saying or writing down is I have simply decided that I am healthy. I have simply decided that I am wealthy. I have simply decided that I am blessed. In that statement alone, that I have simply decided, because you know how you get up and you be feeling like you depressed, or you feel like you're overweight, or you feel like your high blood pressure, you ain't gonna never get rid of that cold, or you ain't gonna never get rid of this. No, baby, you have to. Instilling positivity in your mind is not only a task, it is it's hard. It's really hard because we so programmed and accustomed to a certain way, especially if you're accustomed to a certain way of life or living or thinking. It's like you're training yourself to think yes instead of no, or being less doubtful in a doubtful situation, right? So, contrary to your belief, always believe that everything is going to work out for you. I promise you, y'all. I wish I could film myself. Like, you know how people got ring cameras? I literally wish I had ring camera footage of me in my life every day, from the time that I went through to now every day. And y'all, it's a lifetime movie. I kid you not. When I say I am blessed and highly favored, and I've been blessed and highly favored, but I was just doing things that was blocking my own blessings. I was hindering my own self. Baby, listen to me. When you do these, you can call it a practice, you can call it whatever you want, but baby, we including the Lord, and we journaling, and we speak stuff into existence. This ain't got nothing to do with no candle burning or none of that. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. So, saying I have simply decided that I am blessed, right? So take that for example. You would write that 3 times, and then write it again 6 times, and then write it again 9 times. So basically, kind of like in paragraph form. Um, but this is the thing about manifesting and journaling, right? Don't just do it because somebody's saying telling you to do it. If it resonates with you, if your spirit, if that excites your spirit to do it, or just try it. Only if you think it's right. You can't do it today and think by Wednesday you're gonna see some results. No, but did you do it just to see some results, or did you do it because you want to start this journey and dedicate yourself to, just going down a different path, right? Trying something different, and eventually it will work out for you. Don't try it just because you think that's popular. I'm telling you what's working for me. I'm telling you what's working for me. And it's free game, bro. It's free game. So you take it or leave, baby. But I know it's been working for me. Okay. Um, so you would write that down. And I know that sounds like a lot of writing, and sometimes it is, baby. I can tell you this carpal tunnel be tearing my right hand up. It done got bad. I mean, for me working and typing, because I work from home, and I'm literally all day between schoolwork, typing, and being in my phone and journaling. Baby, my right hand, I need me a wrist brace ASAP, because I gave the other one to an ex-friend, but, you know, I need to get me another one. But journal this stuff down. Write a letter to yourself, a love letter to yourself. You want to be loved by somebody? Start with you first. And then love, that same frequency, that same good energy, that good vibe that you just wrote in your letter, you wrote a love letter to yourself, that love gonna come up out of nowhere. I'm telling you, somebody gonna try to come love you. And don't think it's weird because that's what you wrote down. You remember that love letter you wrote to yourself? Um, Another one that I use is I am so happy and grateful for multiple streams of income. You know, um, that could be another one that you can use. Find what resonates with you, what's for you, for your situation. Some of y'all might not have income problems. Some of y'all might have problems with your family. You know, try. I am so happy and grateful that all of my relationships are wonderful or flourishing. I'm so happy and grateful that I have the greatest bond with Joe or my son or my daughter or my husband. Those are the kind of things you want to write down, the pros and cons of life, the pros and cons of people's relationships, the benefit of relationships, and what relationships are most important to you. Focus on that, okay? And try to rebuild relationships. If it is meant to be, it will be. Um, so those are the things that I do that has helped me. Also including Psalm scriptures. I'm telling you, say your Psalm scriptures and include your manifestation, and you mix that in together. Man, that's a powerful situation, baby. That's a whole nother topic. But let's proceed. Um, you know, you want to command notable results, divine solutions that bring rest and comfort to your life. So another verse that I love that sticks out to me, um, Romans 12:2. Do not conform to the patterns of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. It's all in your mind. I'm telling you. You have to believe that things will work out for you. You have to wake up in the morning and believe you're going to have a blessing come to you that day. Believe that something good going to happen to you that day. Believe that you're going to get good news out of somewhere. Just believe. I ain't saying sit around the window, look out the window looking for it. I'm saying believe that something good is just going to happen. And it might not be that day. It might be the next day. Just instilling belief in your body. Just like how you believe the Lord going to work out for you. Believe that there are different ways and different forms that he can present things to work out for you. That's what I'm saying. Um, just really on my journey, I'm trying to just maximize participation in societal transformation. Like I'm just trying to just be able to be fully present with the Holy Spirit and allow the Holy Spirit to continue to use me and manage my distractions. When I say that, I mean, when I still want to sit here and drink my wine, I need to be able to manage that by not wanting to consume the whole wine bottle and just drinking a glass or two. This is what I mean. That was a weird ass example, but I'm just being real with y'all. I'm no cap. Like we want to make sure, and we got to be willing and available to be used by God. And I made myself available. I made myself available because I was tired of trying on my own. Nothing I was doing was working. I made myself available. I told him, please, every day. Man, I can't tell you. I journaled so many times, Lord, I need you to use me. Make an example out of me. Oh, yes, indeed. Um, when I say make yourself available to be used by God, like your life is only useful when it is used for the purpose and the advancement of God's will. We got to remember that He, not, let me just say this, gifting and doing and breaking your neck for other people all the time just so that you can look good in their eye. That's not it. Doing stuff just so somebody can return the favor, or just so you can make seem like somebody can have something to talk about. No, ma'am. No, sir. That's not the case. Retract yourself, reevaluate yourself, because that's not what he's talking about. Don't do for people just for conversation. Do it because you was led to do it, and don't say you was led to do it and keep doing it, and then go talk about it on Facebook and bring stuff back up. Or don't do it because I want her to like me so bad. I want to get in good with her. No, that's crazy. All the achievements and applause that you receive in this realm, you can't take with you. All that buddy and all them friends and all them people y'all bought Birkin bags for and gifted all this money and did all this and stuff. Baby, they can't take that with them. You can't take nothing with you. You can't take no Nautica with you. You can't take no Ralph Lauren with you. You can't take no Versace, no Gucci with you. You can't take none of that. None of that. None of that stuff ain't gonna matter. I'm telling you now. I'm telling you. Man. I sit there and I used to say, Lord, anoint me in a way like you have never done before. Yes. Manifest that in your life. Instead of trying to manifest more money all the time. It's cool to manifest more money, but you manifest it one time and let it go. You don't have to do it every day. That's when you ask the Lord that right there. Lord, anoint me in a way like you have never done before. I'd rather be pulled from the things of this world and to be pulled towards God. No lie. I'm so serious. That's why everybody worry about these eclipses coming up and all this. I'm not worried about that. If this world start falling apart right now, guess what I'm gonna do? Get down on my knees and cry out, Lord, please come on now. Wash me clean for you can take me up there with you. Cause I'm tired of down here. I'm just being real. Big tired. Cause you never know what may be your last opportunity to be one with God. I'm gonna just say this. Going back to Genesis 15:1, after this, the Lord came to Abram in a vision. Do not be afraid, Abram. I am your shield and your very great reward. God is your exceeding grace and reward. I promise you. Lord have mercy. That's why we can't lean into our own understanding in the midst of storms. We have to look. That should give you all the more reason to dedicate fully. Don't dedicate and then pull back and be still trying to figure something out on the back end. Asking for guidance, asking to put it in your heart, your mind, what steps to take, what to do. Show me what to do. What do I need to do? Fasting, yes. A lot of people ain't even doing that. Don't nobody fast no more. Tell you, fast from these phones, fast from social media, fast from people. People get mad because you ain't answering the phone. Oh, I'm fasting. You mad? Okay, well, keep being mad. Now I won't talk to you no more. I asked the Lord to help you figure yourself out because I told you I'm fasting. Like it is crazy, And then when you get to talking like this around people who say you done change, you done change, you done change, but I'm so proud of you, but they still stuck in their ways. You don't want to be around people like that no more. You start getting a nasty taste in your mouth for them type of people. I'm telling you now. I'm telling you what I know. All I know is God can change people's stories. He changed mine. I'm telling you. I'm telling you now. When I come out with this book, and y'all read my book, y'all gonna be like, love. What in the huh? So many times I've been wanting people to trade places with me and walk in my shoes. Baby, I always say you will have a heart attack as soon as you get up in there. I promise you. Is that deep? Is that serious? I just pray that anything that will not let you, pray that anything that will not let you rest, that God puts it to rest this year. Okay? That's for everybody, anybody listening. Uh, ask the God to help you. I want to be slow to anger and easy with patience. And that I've came a long way with that. And you just have to have the willingness because wickedness going to increase. It's already doing that. Wickedness going to increase. Do you want to continue to be a part of that or, the solution? If you get not the solution to the whole world, but to the solution for yourself and your family and your bloodline. Even if it calls for isolation, isolation is important. It's okay to be away from people. It's okay to, fall out with friends. Do you don't want to be bothered? Okay, well, I'm going to pray that the Lord, I'm telling you, in this time of isolation, that I ain't talk to people, that cut people out. Baby, I done sat and reevaluate. And when you in isolation, you get so many downloads. Downloads meaning so many recollections of past situations. And you be like, oh, wow. So that's why that happened. And that's what that meant. So much stuff come back to you that you was in the midst in or in the middle of, and that you didn't really take time out to observe. And when you're in isolation and you're away from a lot of stuff, that stuff come back. You be like, wow, I'm gonna pray for this. I'm gonna pray for them. I don't pray for so many people that I never thought in my life that I would pray for. People I ain't even spoke to in years because it just feel right. When you fully allow, and I'm still going through a transformation, y'all. I feel like this is just the beginning for me, and I love this for me. When I tell you, I think different. I'm so different. I don't even know how to explain it. I'm still a little retarded when if I have to be, but I ain't had to raise my voice at nobody. I ain't had to cuss nobody out lately, recently, none of that, and I'm grateful for that. You know, um, just having the advantage of being able to pray every day and wake up, being able to pay your bills on time and every month, you know, and just turning your situation around. I didn't do it. First of all, let me stop. I didn't do it. The Lord helped me. It really was Him. I cannot lie. Man, if I'm not gonna be on here telling my business, but if y'all just knew what I was really talking about in my whole situation, y'all would be like, wow. I'm telling you now, it wasn't me, and the money ain't had nothing to do with it. It was all because I stopped and I waited and I dedicated and I surrendered. Lord, your power is more than me. Your power, His power is what made me to be able to be in the calm, joyous state of mind that I am in right now. I'm telling you now. These are the benefits to serving. I mean, you have to just be willing to just be willing to change. I'm talking about isolation, even when regarding sex. Let's talk about it. Sex too. You be wanting with child, you be so horny, you don't know what to do. Be wanting to go back and reverse and call folks up. Mm-mm. But each week you progress and you like, it's been such and such long since but you feel good at the same time because you know that connection or whoever you want to be with, that's probably gonna interrupt your blessing, and you so scared because you already done been through hell and high water. You at the point like, I ain't trying to risk nothing to start over because I'm already, you know what I'm saying? I promise you, going on this journey, what I have, gotten from it is joy, peace, real love. And I'm not even talking about from another human. I'm talking about love from my guardian angels. I'm experiencing real love. I'm finally loving myself. I look different. I feel different. Okay? My mind is different. I haven't woken up feeling down and low down and distraught and worn out in so long. Man, I don't care what y'all say. I don't care what y'all think. I don't give a dang. Let me tell you. I'm even trying to work on my cousin, y'all. God is very real. I believe in paying homage to my guardian angels as well because they definitely been protecting me and keeping me grounded. I thank the Lord for the word just to even know His name. I thank the Lord for a meal, a roof over my head, steady income, multiple, baby, multiple streams of income. I'm telling you, man, you have to isolate yourself and learn yourself and wait. Just because my transition started a few months ago, I'm still in the beginning, baby. Man, I just had something happen to. I just had an episode a few days ago where I began to be doubtful about a situation. didn't really know the results of something, and I needed to know the results of something because I needed to figure out what my next move was going to be. Time was winding down. I got sad. I said, I can't be doubtful. I'm supposed to trust. I said, Lord, you didn't move me and do all of this for me just for me to start back over with this worrying stuff. Baby, I sit here, not only got my answer and clarity along with a promotion. Y'all, I'm not gonna get emotional right now, but I want to just tell you this. I want y'all to understand that manifesting is real. You can manifest your reality, but we have to be realistic in doing so. We cannot go out here and trying to create a fantasy lifestyle or a fantasy life, in a fantasy world, and thinking that it's all gonna be fun and games and that we're gonna parlay and it's just gonna be a big party. No. Stop doing stuff for show. Stop doing stuff for clout. And stop leaning and referring to the Bible when you really, in the back of your mind, you done some real evil, devilment stuff that you ain't even had a real conversation about. And stop telling everybody your business. Repent and repent hopefully and stop doing the things that you done. Hopping in and out of relationships with just the people just to fill a void. Trying to break your neck to please people. No, you shouldn't have to do that. If the Lord is moving in your life, you do not have to go above and beyond to feel or to be or to do. You don't have to do that. It's just going to be. We're not going to get into that because it's so many topics I have. I just want to leave y'all with this. I want to leave y'all with a couple verses, man, because I got to go. I want to go ahead and restart on my next podcast, and I will be uploading. Try to upload them back to back. I just want to leave y'all with a couple of scriptures. If y'all need to jot them down, I'm going to try to go slow. I'm going to hit you with John 17:3, Galatians 4:19, Romans 12:2, John 15:8, John 15:16, Isaiah 6:8, Hebrew 10:7, Genesis 15:1, Galatians 3:29, Ruth 2:12, Malachi 3:14 through 3:15, Matthew 25:21. Yes, yes, indeed to Matthew 25:21. Yes, indeed to 1 Corinthians 15:58, to Thessalonians, Psalms 34:21, Isaiah 45:18, Luke 1:38, Ephesians 10:6, Romans 12:12, yep. John 17:14. I hope y'all stay blessed. Um, always command notable results and divine solutions that bring rest and comfort to your life. I love this feeling of bliss and happiness and restoration. That's the word. Restoration and confirmation. Y'all be blessed. I'll holla at y'all later.